Hello everyone, Liam Richardson here. I'm head of content at 𝐓𝐡𝐞 Media. Again, we're obviously in the build-up to Therapy Expo. It's not too far away now. We're back in Birmingham on the 23rd and 24th of November, and we're hoping to see obviously as many of you there as possible. Today we have got not one but two people who are going to be talking to us ahead of the event. Both of these people are on our advisory board. They're both speaking, and they're both going to be talking about the theatre that they'll be running as well at the event. So there'll be more info on that to come. So without further ado, we've got Anna Maria Mazzieri.
Bravo.
That good accent as well, hopefully. And she's founder of the school. And we've also got Becky DeMott Horton, and she's a senior tutor at the school. And the school has schools in Exeter, Bristol, Birmingham, and soon to be Manchester.
Correct.
That's right. All good so far. Excellent.
Correct.
You good test for me first thing in the morning. So to begin with then, new for 2022, you guys are hosting your own theatre, the Hands-On Hub. Can you give us a little bit of a sneak preview about what is in store?
We can. We're really excited to be involved with you guys doing this. We came to Therapy Expo last year and had a stand there, which was fantastic. And we ended up being this little hub for soft tissue therapists, massage therapists, sports therapists, and it gave us this idea to run the Hands-On Hub. So we wanted to have that this year as a space for really interactive, practical workshops, which are going to help people translate the theoretical, evidence-based information they're going to get over the 2 days at Therapy Expo into really clinically applicable practice. So we're soft tissue therapists ourselves, and it's a space for exploring the use of hands-on and manual therapies, but it's there for everybody really, anybody that has that kind of hands-on interaction with their clients, and it's about exploring how we can use evidence-based practice and what that actually looks like in clinic. So these conferences are fantastic, but you sit in a theatre and you listen to all these fantastic, inspiring speakers that make you think about how you change your practice. But we wanted to give therapists the opportunity to have a space to come and say, I've heard this, or I've listened to this talk, or we've got somebody talking about a certain subject. Let's see what that looks like in clinic on Monday morning.
Brilliant. That sounds fantastic. So what specific sessions can we expect then in the Hands-On Hub?
Well, it's going to be a content-full, clinic applicable sessions over the 2 days. We don't want to release too much, but just to give you a little preview, we're going to be talking about gait analysis. We're going to be talking about assessing and treating the foot. We're going to be talking about massage, and we're going to be practicing massage. We're going to be looking at menopause and how does it look like within exercise, or no, how does menopause look like? That's silly on me. How does people with menopause, how can we do to help and support people that are going through menopause with hands-on and with exercise? And then we're gonna have sessions looking a bit more of a neurocentric approach to treatment, and we'll be talking about headaches, and then we have something really special in the bag. It's a little bit of a show. It's a little bit of I had to be choreographed at this particular demonstration. So it's quite a lot for everybody, really.
Sounds very, very intriguing and exciting. So obviously you're both going to be speaking, but who else have you got involved? Who else can we expect to hear from in the Hands-On Hub?
So Anna's. Oh, go on, Anna.
No, you go.
I was just going to say that Anna's been frantically planning this and pulling in people from everywhere. So Anna, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So we have some really interesting speakers. First of all, what we wanted to bring together people who have a sensible approach to manual therapy. We want to celebrate manual therapy. And when I say manual therapy, as Becky said before, it's any practical application or any touch, any hands-on and practical application of that therapeutic process. So we wanted to present people that they have a sensible approach to hands-on that looks at an evidence-informed application, an evidence-informed approach to it. So we have people like, for example, and I'm really excited, Matt Phillips. Most people will know him as the host of Run Chat Live, the host of the STA podcast. He's also quite a specialist on gait analysis, and is an amazing presenter. We're going to have James Earls, which attendees of Therapy Expo will know very well, and because he spoke last year, and I think he's going to be speaking this year. And James Earls brings that really wonderful, holistic approach to function and anatomy. We are going to have the amazing Paul Cocker, great speaker, very engaging speaker, but really interesting his approach, his neurocentric approach. Then, but also we wanted to bring together people that they might not be well known in the industry, but they have lots to bring. Real clinicians with whom we are working with day to day, massage therapists that we know they are providing the best practice approach, but they might not be well known within the circuit. So we have people like one of our tutors, Tammy Emmins, which is gonna her dissertation is on menopause and how we can support the women during menopause with a hands-on and exercise. We're going to have Amy Testa, one of the amazing ex-students, fabulous practitioner. He's going to be looking at massage, and is massage really passive? Let's have a look a little bit better at it, you know. And then we're going to have people like Helena Bridge, from a massage therapist to an osteopath, presenting their research on headaches. We are going to have people like Lee, which is one of our ex-students, to help to showcase some strategies, some hands-on and exercise strategies to help people adhere better to their rehabilitation advice or to their hands-on advice. So it's going to be a very integrated, multidisciplinary lineup. I hope I haven't forgot anybody. No, I'll tell you who I forgot. Oh my God, Emma Holly. Emma
fantastic,
Holly,
brilliant.
Yes,
yeah.
Emma Holly. She's very well known for her really good approach to looking at scars.
Yeah.
And both from an assessment perspective and from an hands-on perspective. And then obviously you've got me and Becky.
Yeah, so it's a very full lineup, and there's a lot going on. So
and it's all going to be practical. It's all going to be practical.
No, that's great. And I think that's probably the next thing I was going to ask. Why do you think it is important to have more bespoke content at Therapy Expo that is hands-on, that is more practical? And how does this learning need to be a bit different as well?
I think as Therapy Expo in the last couple of years, Liam, certainly since you've been involved, is trying to broaden its approach to the disciplines that are, or the professions that are involved there. And we know that a lot of people that are from a massage therapy, sports therapy background, they enjoy that practical learning. That's certainly our experience with us as practitioners and also students as well. And they like that opportunity to put things into practice and really translate it into what it looks like in clinical practice. And we also, I guess, wanted to bridge that gap between, like I say, listening to a lecture and some of the opportunities, or some of the, I guess, opportunities to demonstrate hands-on skills in the past have been less linked to that evidence base. So there's been that sort of disconnect between what you can get involved in hands-on and what you're listening to in the theatres. We wanted this to be a real bridge between the kind of heavy theoretical stuff that you're listening to and getting hands-on and what that looks like in clinic. And I think this, well, we hope we've come up with a model that really should be part of any kind of MSK conference, that we're not just giving you a demo of a technique or teaching you how to use a tool or, you know, any of those kind of quite narrow approaches to hands-on therapies. We're saying, look, we've got all these great people here, we've got all this great evidence-informed practice being spoken about. Let's see what that looks like in a practical term. And most people that do these kinds of jobs are practical learners and enjoy that ability to have a play around, have a see how that would look in clinic. How does that work practically for them?
And also, if I can add to that, as tutors delivering not only diploma courses, but also CPD courses, what we realized is that people not only enjoy and benefits learning together, they enjoy and benefit learning together practically and then evaluating together the practical element. Instead of going home, being in their own clinical practice and evaluating what they learn in their own clinical practice. It's nice for them to express the learning hands-on together with you. We all know that the best part of conferencing, I don't even know if the word exists, the best part is the networking. What better than networking within hands-on? And we all love to see what other therapists do in clinic. How do they apply? And actually, I'm not worried about using the word application, because how do we apply that knowledge to the client in front of us?
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I think it'll be a brilliant new addition to Therapy Expo for that reason. And it makes it, I think the fact that we're face to face, it lends itself to that no more so than, you know, since the pandemic. I think people are crying out for that type of content, aren't they? Because obviously you can't do it in this format like we're in now, in that sense, can we? Not yet anyway.
No, and also the other thing also, we want massage therapy, soft tissue therapy, sports therapy, manual therapy is craving to be evaluated, and sometimes we have been critiquing ourselves, but we're also craving a bit of celebration of it. We're craving to say, okay, yeah, we certainly know what we cannot do, where our limits are, what, the evidence is. But also we know that this is what we can do. This is what is good of what we do. So we want to celebrate the beauty of massage, the beauty of hands-on, the beauty of the therapeutic relationship, the beauty of the exercise within an hands-on treatment.
Brilliant. Finally then, and this is something I've been asking other people as well, at Therapy Expo we have lots of people who are new to the profession. They're attending for the first time. You both, you've been, you're experienced, you know what you're doing. If you could give one single piece of advice to people, what would it be? And I don't know, Anna Maria, do you want to go first?
Shall I start? For me, it's always about CPDs. So a new practitioner, it's very, very keen, and I'm saying across the board, across the professions, they're very, very keen to go and get more modalities under their belt, to go and get the extra technique, the extra modality, the extra needle technique, or so on. But actually, let's sit back a little bit and have a look. What does really client needs us most? And from a hands-on perspective is good touch and communication skills. So as a new practitioner, consider also to invest in your those what we would have called eventually, we used to call soft skills, but actually are the hardest of all to master, you know. So look at more at communication skills. So that's would be my advice.
And Becky, what would you go for?
My advice would be to build yourself a good support network around you. So I certainly think as a newly qualified therapist, depending on what sort of setting you are, obviously if you're a physio working in an NHS setting, this is less likely, but a lot of therapists, sports therapists, soft tissue therapists and so on, they qualify and then they're working independently, or even if you're working in a clinic, quite often you're in your room on your own, aren't you? So it can be a little bit isolating, and then I think that's where you can get a bit lost with where to go next. So for me, it's to build a good network of trusted professionals around you. Listen to lots of different educators so you can make a decision about who you trust, who you want to follow, who you want to take advice from, who fits with your type of therapy and your approach. And have colleagues that you can, even if they're colleagues at the other end of the country, they're colleagues that you can bounce ideas, case studies, things like that off of. And that's why I love things like Therapy Expo, because it's everybody coming out of their clinic rooms and joining together, and we see so much lasting support go on from things like this, because people build those friendships, those professional networks, so that they have support and they have people to learn from.
Brilliant. No, thank you very much. So by the time people are watching this, we'll have all the information on the Hands-On Hub will be on our website. It'll probably be shared via on email channels and social, so you'll get to read a bit more and find out more information about what's in store. But thank you very much, Anna Maria and Becky, for your time today, and look forward to seeing you both at Therapy Expo in November. Not too long to go now.
I know.
So thank you very much. See you then. Thank you.